Hi, everybody. Good morning. Is everybody awake? Let me share this video with the people. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody come through, guys. Thank you so much for those that have hit the like button. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Jill just gifted a membership. Thank you, Jill. We are live now. Ooh, I didn't even spell live correctly. We are live now. Listen, we have to get into, oh my God, this whole situation here with this United Healthcare assailant, shooter. Many words to put in there. How are you, Cheeks? How's everybody doing, y'all? Welcome, everybody. Hold up. Let me let the people know that we are live. Everyone, we are live now. Get over here. Get over here. Get over here, everyone. Live now. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Good morning. Oh, yo, behave in the comments. I'm already seeing y'all, everybody going a little interesting. You said hijacking browser, express concerns. Yes, hit that like button. Yo, is everybody okay? Let me know. Let me shout out some folks here in the chat. Brady Becca, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you, love. Put some hearts in the chat if you have been blessed by Brady, Becca, and Jill. Thank you, Jill. Again, shout out to Jill and shout out to Becca. I'm like making up names, y'all. Thank you. Let me give the people some time to get in here. We have so much to get in here. If I'm leaving clues, it sounds like a message is being sent. Honestly, we're sending a message. Thank you, Dee Dee. You like? We did a little touch up. We did a little blonde. We did a little platinum. We did a little bit of everything, yo. I said, let's do it. Thank you. I told you I'm 40, turning 21. Shout out to us. Okay. Thank you, love. Thank you. All right, y'all. We got to get into it. We have so much to get into. Let me see what y'all are saying. I was thinking about this and I said, like, clearly the guy is leaving a message, but I just can't get over these pictures that are being released by law enforcement oh so often. I'm trying to figure these pictures out, you guys. And I don't know. What do y'all think about these pictures? Because it's like 1 minute I feel like we're seeing him smiling, interacting, a little bit flirtatious with like his half face. And then in the other minute, we're seeing him behind a cop car. Where are they just putting these pictures everywhere? Are these pictures even real? I'm so confused. You said it's giving Wade Wilson. Oh my God. What do y'all think? I could be wrong, but it sounds like a martyr type of behavior. Well, is it kind of like he's got nothing else to lose at this point? Good morning, love. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. I will admit he's kind of cute, but that's just me. Jake Gyllenhaal. Was it a taxi? Because that's a cab. All right. Because I'm like, are you behind a cop car or a taxi? What are you behind? J- Jake Gyllenhaal Jr. I'm just gonna say that because in reality, like let's keep it real. You have half of the internet that's saying, I don't give a fuck. Y'all, we're not going to help look for this guy, right? Then you have the other half saying, like, listen, we need to find this guy because if he could do this to a person that's in that position, I mean, who's to say that it won't happen to another person? Who's to say that I don't know. There's a message behind this, right? So now we have these new pictures, and I must say that I don't know what to make of it. You have, I guess, people gathered in, what is it? Was in New York? Somebody put it in my comments. Residents in New York held a lookalike competition for the man suspected of killing the United Healthcare CEO, CEO Brian Thompson. So now you have people dressing up like the assailant for what exactly? I don't know. They held a competition to see who looked, yeah, a lookalike. I don't even know, Sylvia. I don't know who I am anymore. You guys, this is are people really dressing up like this guy? They really are. I'm not even joking. So the FBI, so here they are, they're outside. Look at this.
Who's the organizer for that?
I don't know. FBI.
Oh my God. They're out there dressed up like the guy and having look-alike competitions. This is just so intense. I don't even know what to make of it. Hold up. Let me see if I can play it. It's leading me to Twitter. Let's see.
I don't know who his favorite is.
I know we got ourselves into. Say hello, buddy.
Doppelgangers?
I just have a fucking green jacket.
Come on. Get in there. Yeah!
Steal his what?
Green jacket.
What do y'all think?
Okay.
They trolling the FBI?
Could you stand like right there? Because people.
Well, we're all busy. Yeah, we're pretty,
What do you guys make of this?
I don't know who his favorite is.
I know we got us.
I mean, do you guys see the humor in this? I'm just wondering, because at the end of the day, we have somebody on the loose that literally is sending a message. And I don't know, does he not have anything to lose at this point? Like the willingness to just off somebody. And yes, it's the CEO. Yes, the CEO is probably a shitty person, in my opinion. I don't know, when he sits there and he signs off on policies that affect people's health care. There's probably people out there that have been denied coverage or something that they needed that was life or death. But at the end of the day, I mean, if they're willing, that's a lot of people in those positions, you guys. There's a lot of people in those positions. What do you guys make of it? You think it's sick? Do you think, Bonnie, let me ask you a question, like Kim and Bonnie. Do you think that them trolling the FBI is sending a message? You think it's frightening? You don't think it's funny, says Belen. Okay. You think it's mean to the I mean, at the end of the day, the guy had children. You know what I mean? But I was having a conversation with somebody who said who's completely opposite of this, right? They feel like, not that they would pull the trigger, but they also feel like, wait a minute, you sat there while policies are being created that could have impacted people's health, right? And their life is gone because of your policies. But the people that you impacted also had families to lose, right? Where do you guys feel like this ends? How does this happen? This guy has a family, but it's wider picture to the people at the top. They don't give a fuck otherwise, says Pleasant Peasant. Welcome. You said, I heard he committed insider trading fraud against his investors. I also heard that he's set up to testify against Nancy Pelosi. Really? It's a double-edged sword in this situation. My claim got, look at this. Why Wonder says, my claim got denied for a whole year. It's karma. But you know how many people's lives have been affected by a CEO, a person that sits there? Like, what do y'all think? And then now people are trolling the FBI. Okay, depose an insurance means to sue. So they deny the claim, defend the denial, and then go after the insurance holder with the lawsuit instead. That's beyond murder what he did for a living, says Secret Antenna Podcast. Secret Antenna Podcast, let me ask you another question, though. I understand that. And there's probably, like, does it matter that he has a family? I'm just wondering, y'all. Like, I can't help. The other side of me says, are we sympathetic about things like that? I'm not over sympathetic to his family because of the harm he's caused hundreds of families, says Donata. Gotcha. That everybody feels some type of way about it, and so I just have to probe the question. So the article reads, and this literally was this morning. And like I said, we have new pictures, but I feel like how is it that this guy can be pictured all over the damn internet? And like, we haven't been able to catch him yet. I don't get it. I didn't think he was in New York anymore. Like, literally, I don't understand. I feel like we're missing something. But, I mean, it is what it is. United Healthcare CEO shooting latest. This is the latest that we have so far. NYPD released new photos of masked gunmen as manhunt expands to Atlanta. New images come after police found in the United Healthcare shooter suspect backpack. All right. So what was in his backpack? A Tommy jacket and Monopoly money. Monopoly money, not even the damn board game. They found the jacket and Monopoly money. What do y'all think about that? You said he's just following orders? You said, what if someone with a gun thought you were trying to look like them, shot you because they wanted to catch you? Contests. Well, and there's people out there that are really dressing up like this guy. No joke. I don't know if they know his, I'm assuming DNA clue. Well, let me ask you guys a question. I think that there's a significance behind the game Monopoly. Monopoly money. Let's think about this a little bit deeper, right? Has anybody here played Monopoly before? In Monopoly, you're basically like, it's a game of trying not to go broke by owing a lot of properties, right? And then you have the tax man, and then you go to jail and you do different things, right? And just depending on how everybody plays Monopoly a little bit different. But you said United Health is monopolizing monopoly on healthcare. It's a metaphor for getting paid. There's a message behind the monopoly. Let me know. Monopoly is okay. So United Healthcare is monopoly on doctors. But let me ask y'all a question. Yeah, definitely real estate. Okay. It's not just United Healthcare. How many other companies don't we have out there that, monopolize our lives every day? How much is your life worth? How much would you pay? Wondering. There have been people that have said out there that there are cures for these, like, really, these diseases, right? Let me think of a big one, like cancer, right? We've all had family. I've had family. I'm sure you guys have had family or friends that have been impacted by cancer. Okay. So we know, and I've always had to ask the question, like, listen, how is it that we have the top of the line researchers, all this stuff is out there, and yet we can't find a cure? Or if we have a way in which to alleviate or address the issues that a person is having, they're having to spend an arm and a leg in their life to get that treatment or get that specialist. And it's not just United Healthcare, it's all kinds of insurance companies. And then you get into big pharma. So honestly, let me know. Y'all remember this year? This year we had the airplane crash. Where did it happen? Y'all remind me in the chat. Was it Brazil? You had 8 oncologists that died in that airplane crash. Y'all remember that? 8 oncologists died in that airplane crash. This plane was flying over. One of them, this is the crazy part, one of them happened to be a lawyer that was on that plane, okay, that was suing I think it was a health insurance company. It's weird how all of that, Jamie, you remember that? Yeah, and the government allows a lot of this. It does. There was an airplane crash in Brazil. These 8 oncologists were flying to, what was it? I think it was a conference. There was a doctor on board on this plane who happened to be suing insurance companies for jacking up prices and stuff, and they all died on this airplane crash. You could see the airplane crash on a video. I did a video about it a couple months ago. We did discuss it here, and it was weird. What was the make of that airplane? I can't even. We'll have to look into it again, but it's weird how that happened. We'll say that much. So you said, why do we even have insurance? Why don't we just pay doctors? Insurance is a reason for the $500 Band-Aids. Callie Mac, that's a great question. It was I can't remember what it was, but it was an airplane crash that happened this year. And we'll talk about it here in a minute, and I'll remind everybody what had happened, but I believe it was in Brazil. So the images that we have, the accuser, he's unnamed. We still don't have a name, which I find that kind of hard to believe. With how many pictures we've had, how the hell don't we have a name of this guy? Everybody knows. Like if you take a picture of me, upload it on Google Images, you're going to know probably where I live. That's how much the internet knows about us. And I mean, not that I like that because I don't, but why the hell don't we know who the hell this guy is? I find that very hard to believe. You said nobody's going to turn on him? Oh man. Storm, you can shoot me an email while we're live if a mod can drop an email. That's what I want to know. How do we not know who we don't know who he is? I mean, are we being look at this. He's looking straight at the damn camera. This just released 2 hours ago. Literally. Just tag me if you want me to look at something. Thank you. Thank you. How is it? Like I feel like we're being trolled at this point. Here he is. Monopoly money found in backpack believed to belong to the United Healthcare CEO shooting suspect reports. And we don't have a name. Look, I know what his mouth looks like from the other picture and I know what his eyes look like, but we don't have a name of this guy. Why don't we have a name? Well, and then I'm so glad you said this because I don't know why, but it seems like he's like shape shifting to other videos and image. Like I'm looking at other pictures and I'm like, damn, he don't look like that guy. But wait, maybe he is that guy. I don't know. Maybe my mind is playing different games with me at this point. You said Band-Aid says, I'm sure they have his picture in his insurance card and ID. Band-Aid of memories. I feel like people know who this guy is. How many times have we covered cases here in true crime where we think law enforcement don't know shit and then they do and they've been knowing because they're law enforcement and they can know and they have the resources to do that? I don't know. Well, it says, what is he sitting in? Or is that an AI? I thought it was an AI image at first. Sylvia, you think it's AI? You said apparently they have a name, but they're not releasing it, says Blondie. You said, I just wonder if someone is paid enough and chosen because they have no footprint. But you imagine going through life without people knowing who the hell you are. That's Jake Gyllenhaal. Y'all, Jake Gyllenhaal is probably like pissed off at somebody is like looking like him. But how do we not know this person's name? He's looking straight at the camera. I thought it was the back of a vehicle, but it's the back of a car or a cab. That's what people are saying. You know what, Morpheus? I was thinking that the same too. They could just say they know who he is and put the fear into him. I have a feeling they know who the hell this is at this point. They said it's 50,000. You said I think he set this up himself for insurance reasons. He does. How does his wife ready to talk 2 hours after he's died? Okay. Let's talk about the really weird circumstances regarding the wife. All right. Now, I'm not accusing the wife of anything. Please note that. This is just me speculating, but I do find it weird that she goes live in that interview and she says that he was receiving threats shortly after he died. They were separated. Okay. So I don't know, they were divorcing or they divorced or something, but they were separated. Okay. Clearly they weren't together, but they have kids. Yeah. Yes. So for me, it's like and then immediately she puts, oh, he was getting threats 3 hours after it happened. He was getting threats. Really? We wouldn't have known that had she not said anything. Did she talk to law enforcement before releasing that to the public? We wouldn't have known that whatsoever. It is off, but that's just, and again, I'm not, if y'all are feeling like something's going on with the wife, shout out to you. But to me, a lot of this is not making sense. Okay. LG says that they're grown kids. They're not little kids. How old are the kids or the adults? Are they adults? LG rescues? Let me know. How old are they now? Are they pretty old? Let me know. I mean, because they're kind of making it sound like they're adults, right? Or teenagers. Y'all know good and well that Superman. It's giving what is it, Clark Kent? I mean, the way that he's kind of moving, I don't know, y'all. What do you guys think? And again, I have no answers. I am just thinking out loud like everybody else is. Shout out to you guys in the chat for, I don't know, speculating and thinking out loud with me. Hold up. Let me review some of these comments, y'all. It's a lot of comments. You said one of my son is still in high school and one recently graduated. Okay. So people can stop imagining young orphan children, says Cheeks. Cheeks, well, how old are they? Did I miss the age? Hey, fabulous Fab, you are not lying. Follow the money. Follow the money anytime. Now, this one specifically, follow the monopoly money, follow the real money. You know what they need to follow is the claims. Follow the claims. I mean, how many claims has United received yearly and how many have been denied and approved by United? You said he worked his way up through the ranks. He had an opportunity to make a positive change and chose to make millions off of people's hardship and illness instead. Kelly Mack, wow. Follow the monopoly money and the money. You said no glasses, so Clark Kent just told me. Okay. Why would he have monopoly money in the bag? LOL. It's a message. It's a message. You said, as far as I'm concerned, I don't see the whole face front and center. It's not enough. Well, and I mean, do people still walk around with COVID mask? Because I don't know. I don't find it weird when people are, I sometimes like to wear a mask. If I'm going at a store and I'm like, maybe I'm getting through something or I don't want to get sick or something. I don't know. People still wear COVID masks nowadays, right? So you do? Okay. Like if your immune system is slow, I wouldn't question a person that is wearing a COVID mask. So he could definitely blend in. Some people are still wearing masks. That's right. Some people in the city walk around with masks. Huh. I'm a nurse and I hate masks. Do you? Whew. I wear them every once in a while. Every once in a while. You said that's not the black, it's cold out mask he's wearing. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So let's get into some of these articles, y'all, and then we're going to get into just everybody's thoughts on this. So the backpack is believed to belong to the man who fatally shot Brian Thompson and was discovered in the Manhattan Central Park containing monopoly money, and multiple outlets reported citing law enforcement. So yeah, think of monopoly in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. Like monopoly money, what is the significance behind the monopoly game? Because there's a meaning behind that game. All I could tell you is nobody wins to a certain degree. You always wind up losing something when it comes to Monopoly. Following the Wednesday, December 4th killing, so we know that he was outside the New York Hilton Midtown, okay? And then reports on December 7th that the New York Police Department has since recovered a gray backpack officials believe may have belonged to the shooting suspect, who has still not been identified. Now, per ABC News, a gray backpack was found containing both the board game money and a Tommy jacket. It was discovered hidden near the area of the playground. Okay, so 4 law enforcement officials told NBC News that no gun was found. So we have not found a gun. Okay, no gun yet. Excuse me, I had to cough. I didn't want to cough at the mic. B Tim, I know you what do you think? Because I know you're like not in the area, but in the area, you know kind of everything that's going on. I mean, what do you think? B Tim says it's a weird case, but I'm kind of curious. If I have any New Yorkers in the chat, what do you guys think about this? Like, what are y'all doing? What do you think about people trolling the FBI? That's like another one. What do y'all think? Let's see. And I mean, do you guys think that this guy is gonna be caught? Because that's another thing too. So the NYPD continued to search the area on December 7th. Okay. Well, wait, excuse me. No gun was found inside of his bag. While others added that it was unclear if the jacket found in the bag was the same jacket the suspect was captured wearing on the surveillance video during the shooting. Now, listen, we have had different kinds of bags. There's, jackets. Look, there's this jacket right here. Y'all see that? We got this jacket. Okay. He's had a green jacket. Then he's had the black jacket. Burton says, speaking of always losing something when playing Monopoly, I always end up losing my patience. That's a fact. You know, Monopoly is one of the, if you play Monopoly right, it is the hardest game. Like, it's, I don't know. I'm not really good at Monopoly. I'm good at Uno. Shout out to all the people who play Uno. I will reverse you all with an Uno right away and win everybody. I'm really good at Uno, but Monopoly is not my game. B Tim says, I think this was not money motivated. I think this was a statement this guy wants to make. He even had his mask on while eating at the hostel, which tells me he's been planning this, says B Tim. Okay. Some of you guys have said that this guy is like a Joker, like the Joker from Batman You don't get the trolling of the FBI. I think that will just cause more issues within the investigation. I don't see how it helps. I don't see how it helps at all. Monopoly gives me anxiety. Did y'all hit the like button, please? And thank you. 2 backpacks. Okay, so Sylvia, that's right. There's 2 backpacks. There was a silver one and then there was a black one. Okay? Because I really felt like we were being given different pictures of different individuals. That's just my thought. You said I would look into the ex-wife. Supposedly the CEO was a cheater. Maybe she had motive to hire him. See, in that Fabulous 5, this is why I suck at Monopoly, because I don't know how to play dirty. To win at Monopoly, you have to play dirty. I'm glad that you said this. Whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or independent, we all can unite over this. I definitely agree with you on that. I think that there are some issues that we all have to figure out how to unite over this. I love it you said this. Thank you for saying that, because that's all I'm about. That's what I want us to do, is unite. Trolling the FBI means they are not trying to help the FBI. FBI has been jacking up decent people and orgs lately. Okay, so hold up. Let me show you how bad the trolling is. Y'all want to see the trolling? Because I thought, like, okay, some of it is like, haha, fun and games, but there's some actual people that look like the guy. And I'm like, I don't know why you think it's funny, because it's like, they really look at this guy. Don't he look like the guy? And he's dressed just like him. You see him? Hold up, let me see.
$1 go to Palestine relief. But well, I haven't got paid yet, but that's okay. I told them I'd give half to Palestinian relief if I got anything. Now I'm worried they'll give me $2 and $1 go to Palestinian relief.
So this is what they have. This guy looks like the assailant. Okay, don't he look? No, his eyes are his eyes are not that. Does he need to wear eyeliner? I don't know. I looked at him and I said, damn, he looks like the guy. Johnny's like, well, what if it's one of the people that are trolling the FBI? I don't know, man. You said, because wouldn't he be like hiding in plain sight? That's what I'm thinking. Best way to hide in plain sight, right, Christina? You said, I'm wondering if this target was randomly picked because of the controversy surrounding him. The gunman might have wanted to make a statement. Also, the video, not that guy too. He's too fat around the face. I guess the other guy has a little bit more narrow face, you know? You don't think he looks like him? I thought he looked like him when I first saw him. I said, why the hell? Like, y'all play too much. I'm with you, Rabbit. Yeah, I'm like, I'm really good with Uno, you know, but I'm not good with Monopoly. I'm not good at it. So his face is more square. Okay. I'm just saying, I'd be scared to be this guy. I mean, his eyes are pretty intense. His eyebrows are very dark. I don't know. That's my thought on that. But this is the guy. And reports of the backpack being discovered came to the NYPD releasing new images of the suspect in the early hours of Sunday, December 8th. So this morning, we got new pictures. Let me see if I could click it so we can go straight to it. I mean, these are the pictures that they released to us, and the intensity of it's something about the eyes. So this is him in a cab, and he literally looks straight to the camera. Do these cabs let me know if you guys are New Yorkers, expect to be filmed in the cab, right? I'm assuming he looks straight at the camera. Straight at the camera. This does feel like a Carmen Sandiego situation. You know what? I was thinking the same thing too. I'm so glad you said this. Carmen Sandiego. That's exactly what that feels. Because he's looking straight at the camera. B10, thank you for the $20. If I wanted to hide in New York, I would hide underground tunnels in New York. There are places there that you can set up a shed, electricity and food, and wait it out and leave. There's a whole underground village under the city. You know what? I mean, and I'm assuming that, I mean, and I've heard this too, and I've seen documentaries of what it's like underground. That's a whole different venue down there, and you can get electricity, you can do all kinds of stuff down there. So yeah, I mean, wouldn't he just hide underground? Wouldn't people be looking for him underground though, B Tim? I mean, do people go down there and just look? But I thought he left New York. Didn't he say it's a whole new world? It's a whole new world. I thought he left New York. Didn't they say that though? Because when they said that the chief of police said yesterday, well, we believe he left New York. Okay, well, he clearly is still in the area. Like he left on a bus, right? And Tasha says the mold people. Oh my God. Yes. And this says, B Tim, he went to Starbucks first and then made me think about how there's a Starbucks in the tunnels. Like, what if he was getting someone? Okay. I understand that comment, but what if he was getting someone to do about it? If the police found his phone, why haven't they released this information to track him down? Yadira, who's to say they don't know who he already is? You know? That's the thing about this thing. It's like, how do I not know that? To me, it sounds like they might know who this is already. I just find it very hard to believe that they don't. Like, they release all these photos now. Because he was on a bus. Now he's on a bus and a cab. It's like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? That's what this is. Okay. So this the photos show the apparent suspect from the view of a camera seemingly positioned inside the front of the taxi. In the images, the man is pictured in a hoodie and jacket, seemingly different from the ones that he had previously photographed wearing, while also wearing a blue medical style face mask. The suspect was photographed both walking outside the vehicle and sitting inside the back of it as he looked through the partition between the back and the front of the cab. Can I tell you guys something? This guy don't look very worried. He doesn't seem to be very worried about anything. I'm looking at these pictures and he's kind of like, whatever. Like, he's not really worried about getting caught. Is it just me? He don't seem very worried. Thank you for the 5. B Tim says, nah, nay, they are so many abandoned stations, even old Dutch smuggling tunnels down there. It's huge down there. It's largely explored down there. It's like a whole different way of life down there. That's what it sounds like. But when I look at these pictures, y'all, he don't look worried to me. See, is this his first hit? Is this the first time he's done this? Unexplored. Thank you, B Tim. It's largely unexplored down there. Shout out to you, B Tim. Thank you for the 5 and the 20. He doesn't look worried. Y'all think that he's done this before? He wants to be seen. He looks entitled. He doesn't care. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if that was Not that I would ever do something like that, because I just wouldn't do that. But if that was me, I would be dyeing my hair and figuring out how to do something different. I would be changing my identity because I don't want to get caught, right? Like but I would never do that. But like if I had done some shit like this, I wouldn't be walking around the city or the crime scene. He's literally unbothered by any of this. So what is this? I would, you know what, Hungry Hell? That's exactly me. I would have shaved my eyebrows because people are gonna identify me as with my eyebrows. Yes, that's right, Kim. Shout out to you. But you're right. Hold up. I'm laughing because that's what I would think I would hide, is like I would shave my eyebrows. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. Literally looks like a model, very strong features. I feel like we've seen him before. He looks unbothered. I mean, do you want? I'm not going to be hanging out in the city that's looking for me. There's a manhunt for this guy. There's a manhunt for this guy right now. Who are we kidding? We can't even. Like, I'm not going to be hanging out to see, are they going to catch me? No, I'm going to get the hell out of there, right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to hang out. So I don't get it. I would have shaved my eyebrows. I would have shaved anything hairy in my face to get out of there. But that's just me. So this is a new photo. I don't know if he's just trolling us. And then this is him again. They got him there too. So they're tracking where he's walking to. And very defined eyebrows, very interesting definition. His facial features, his smile. I think, let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that this is somebody who was hired to do this, or this is somebody who suffered at the hands of United Healthcare? What do y'all think? Let me know. You said he's unbothered energy, and his looks are giving Brian Koberger from Idaho 4. People also think Brian is attractive for some reason. Oh, Lord have mercy. Why? I don't know. You said they sent a people to Atlanta, Georgia. I heard. Also, I would shave my eyebrows too. Probably dress as a woman, really throw them off, even have a wig. There you go. That's what you would do. You wouldn't just be walking around, but he acts unbothered. You sent, shout out the cash, hired by someone that suffered or a rival company, but hitman vibes. I don't think he was hired, possibly part of a group, a mission. It's definitely given like mission group. You know what I mean? Like he's part of a group. Yeah, why would he wear a mask after the incident? Many people wearing masks in NYC. Yes, people are still wearing a lot of masks. We were asking that. You said, I think our law enforcement agencies are just not as sharp as we think. Like I said, they could have catched the first subway shooter. Someone ID'd him randomly at a McDonald's. What are we like waiting for? You said that's Brooke Shields' brother. Well, it looks like Angelina Jolie's brother for a minute too. He's got that like sharp eyebrows. It said it's giving me catch me if you can. I mean, look, I definitely feel like, I mean, there's something to be said. And clearly, if you guys have more information about this, we should all be sharing it. But okay, like this right here, same eyebrows. All right. Different outfit, same eyebrows. He planned this shit. He's got jackets. He's got, things to cover his face. He's got different kinds of colored jackets. He's unbothered. Different colors of backpack. He's got Monopoly money. I don't know. Now, let me ask you guys a question about the Monopoly money. Doesn't Monopoly money, like toys, don't they have like barcodes on them? So you can like identify where some of these barcodes and stuff like that, like where they got the toy money from. That's easily to follow up. Like, did they buy the Monopoly? Like, if it's in a box or whatever, there's typically barcodes on things like that. Not that it's real money, but like to keep track of. And I think they're made by Mattel. Like they could find out where he got the Monopoly money from. Is it in the area where he got the toy? I mean, I'm just thinking of advancements, not the money, but the code in the box. Okay, says Kelly Mac. I thought that there was something. So the money is just that doesn't have a code, right? If I'm understanding this correctly. But the box might. Okay. Maybe that's what it is. But the internet is literally like, let me show y'all. This is what the internet is doing. This is too much. Like, they really put baby girl, thank you, I love you. 100% cutie or cute. What do y'all think about that? Like, I listen, it's one thing to say whatever the guy did what he did, but this is a whole different level. This is like, what the hell? What do y'all think of this? It's delusional. That's too much. This is too much, honestly. Okay, hold up. And I don't want to play that because I don't want to get in trouble. Because I already got in trouble. We're not. But see, I mean, you have these, everybody in New Yorkers celebrate the United Healthcare CEO assassination by holding a killer lookalike contest. This guy was the winner. So the guy that I showed you guys was the winner. He looks like him. That's trolling for sure. They were trolling the FBI. That's for sure. It's gross to glow. I would agree with you on that. To me, I mean, that's just my opinion. Do I think that Brian Thompson is probably a shitty person? Yeah. To be in that position, definitely. To deny people claims or sit in policies and people have said, well, he's not really making the decisions to the claims. No, but see, he's the CEO. He makes those policies. He stands by those. He's being investigated. There's lawsuits currently happening when he was, doing what he was doing. But yeah, so a lot of this is just, I get it. And everybody, NPR is still on there too, reporting the same thing too. We've all seen it. But I think that there is a message, honestly. They have seen him smiling. The smiling part, he just doesn't seem like he's bothered. I don't know if he's going to get caught. Y'all think he's going to get caught? Police don't know who he is, where he is, or why he did it, though they are confident it was a target attack instead of a random act. But here's the deal. Is it his first attack? Is this the first time that he did this? That is the question that we all have. Is this the first time that he has targeted somebody? And that's, I don't know, y'all. What do you guys think? What if he's behind others? What do you guys think? Let me see. Let me ask the question to the audience here in the chat. Do you guys think this was his first attack? Yes or no? Start the poll. Please go vote and hit that like button, please, and thank you. You think this is a distraction? Okay. All right. You said that the other CEOs are hiding? Really? It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I'd be scared. What do y'all think? His shell company or shell casing pretty much says it all. Shell casing says it all. What were the words on the shell casing? What was it? Defend, deny. What was the last D? There was 3 Ds. And then I heard it was like in marker. All in one shell. I don't know. You said, Rabbit, no one is talking about the pensions that invested in their stock. The 3 guys on the board sold and dropped stocks, and pensions are in trouble. Thank you. Depose. This is an interesting comment. Delay, depose, deny, right? The 3 Ds. Has everybody went to go read that book that this came from? Yeah. Healthcare. What did you do to everyone to deserve this? I don't know, y'all. It's crazy because it's like, I feel like we're playing with people's lives, right? That it's like you have these doctors that are so well. Let me pull that article, oncologists. This is the crazy shit that I'm like, I wonder about this. So this was back in August. There was 8 cancer doctors, including 2 oncologist residents that died in an airplane crash in Brazil. Okay. There was an attorney that also died on that airplane. All right. She was on board. She was suing like insurance companies. I remember her because she's a beautiful woman. She was on this airplane with all these oncologists, right? And then she dies too. How do you have like I mean, maybe it's just a crazy ass coincidence. I don't know. But you have these 8 professionals that know about cancer, possibly might have been able to cure cancer. You know, you don't know. You don't know. There's developments every day. But even if we have the cure to cancer or other diseases, we still can't get past these fucking insurance companies that are really charging us an arm and a leg. How much does your life cost? How much does your life cost? What put a price to your life? If honestly, whether it's cancer or another horrible disease, I don't get it. How much does your life cost? What would you be willing to pay? Will you max out? Hell, I mean, I'd have to think about it because listen, I don't want to leave my family in debt. But when it comes to my kids, you better believe that I would pull a John Q on everybody if I couldn't afford it. And you guys can make 1,000 videos about this YouTuber going John Q on people over her child not getting medication and treatment. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, y'all. And I mean this in a motherly sense. Everyday parents are being told that they can't do anything about their kids anymore, that their kids are going to die. Okay. And yet you have, because it's a denial, you don't have the money, you don't have, whatever, it might bankrupt you. You might need to put a deposit somewhere. And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? What? Something needs to change. And maybe this is the message behind that. Not that I am praising anybody to have shot this man, because at the end of the day, I'm still very much on thou shall not kill. Okay. I was raised Catholic. You don't do that. But at the end of the day, is when are people going to get the message? Because I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that are dying every day over things that could have been addressed, treated, treatment, therapy, whatever it might have been, but they were denied coverage one way or another. We're playing with people's lives all the time. When it comes to me, if I get sick, of course, that's different. I don't want to bankrupt my family, but my kids, the kids are the future. And I'm sure that a lot of you parents would do the same. You would do the same. You'd be like, no, my kids are my future. I don't care if I have to go fund me the situation. I don't care what I have to do, but I'm going to do what I have to do to get my kid whatever medication to keep them alive, or transplant, whatever it may be, Look, United Healthcare denied my dad being in the hospital, saying that he didn't need to be there because his breathing was fine, but he flatlined and needed a heart transplant. They said he was fine and no stay needed. This is the bullshit that I'm talking about. When did the health insurance companies become the doctors in the operating rooms? This is the shit that I've always pushed back. When, like, to me, I don't know how that's not like criminal. We are constantly battling these health insurance companies, and we have these politicians that promise us a bunch. This is the shit that gets me. We have politicians that promise us changes to this system that is meant to help people, right? And it doesn't. It's criminal, y'all. It's criminal. And maybe that's where the monopoly money goes, right? Like, that's the significance behind this monopoly money. It should piss a lot of people off. But who's going to do anything about it? Why are other countries able to have their insurance figured out, and yet we're still trying to figure it out? It's been years and years that we've been trying to figure this out. I don't get it. Why? It's weird. Not that I support somebody dying, but clearly something needs to be done, and it hasn't been done. Nope. Nothing. Words on ammo and CEO shooting echo common phrase on insurer tactics: delay, deny, defend. So a message left at the scene of I'm not interested in you. See, but I got Big Pharma giving me a bunch of medications that I need to take, and they're really good at tell your doctor about X, Y, and Z. Tell your doctor about this. And I'm like, okay, like I want this to be covered, and it's not. Crazy. Okay. Anyways, a message left at the scene of a health insurance executive fatal shooting: deny, defend, and depose. Echoes a phrase commonly used to describe insured tactics to avoid paying claims. I can't even read. The three words were written on an ammunition on the ammunition a masked gunman used to kill the CEO Brian Thompson, according to two law enforcement officials. Okay, so let's talk about that phrase a little bit. And it is said, what does the phrase mean? Delay, deny, defend has become something of a rallying cry for insurance critics. The term refers to insurers delaying payment on claims, denying claims, and defending their actions. The phrase has been used to describe many types of insurers: auto, property, and health. Ain't that the truth? We're not even talking about the other insurance, right? Home insurance, auto insurance, like none of this, property, whatever it may be. We're not even talking about that. But literally, the longer they can delay and deny the claim, the longer they can hold on to their money and they're not paying it out. This is what somebody from an insurance company said. Delay, Deny, Defend is also the title of the 2010 book by Jen Fieman that delves into how insurers handle claims. Did you guys read that book? Let me know, because I was like, I wonder if it's available on audibles so I can read it real quick, because I'm just like, really, was it taken out of a book? This is the name of the book for those that are wondering. Have y'all read it? Let me know in the chat. Okay, so it continues. All insurance companies have an incentive to chisel their customers in order to increase profits, says an excerpt on the book's website. How does the phrase relate to United Healthcare? Oh shit, here we go. United Healthcare provides coverage for more than 49 million Americans, brought in more than 281 billion, in revenue last year as one of the nation's largest health insurers. How the fuck does somebody make 10 million a year as a CEO? Help me understand that. How is that somebody's salary? When we got, like, I don't understand that piece. But yet people can't even, they need like 1 million or 2 million or 3 million if they're going to have like a major heart surgery to survive. But yet the CEO can make 10 million a year. Well, if that's low, I want to know, how is it that, no, and it's an honest question, right? They deny all these claims, and then you have a CEO that can make 10 million when you can't even have people fucking being able to afford their prescriptions. That salary's at the low end, Lori? Really? Wow. How is that at the lower end, though? Was it 20? I thought it was 10. So it's 20? Okay. I might have gotten it wrong. I don't know. It is gross, because then you have people that don't, I don't know. They just don't. Thank you, Amber, for the $10. Amber Sunshine says, during an investor meeting in 2023, he announced that United Healthcare was shifting a value-based care model, paying doctors to keep patients healthy rather than focusing on treating them after they get sick. Huh. Wait. How would that work though? You're paying the doctors to keep their patients healthy. So would that be more like more visits? That's interesting. I've never heard of that. What do y'all think about that? Thank you, love, for the $10. That's a first. Wow. Well, I thought preventative care. Look at me and my ignorance. Preventative care is getting a annual physical, right? Now I remember when I was in government because we would do the annual care stuff, right? Or preventative care stuff. And then so many steps and you'd get a gift card, or if you lost weight or did something, you'd get a little gift card or something, get a little money incentive or something like more preventative, more screening. Catching the disease early. I think that's the best way to say it, right, Dee? Thank you. That's interesting. Okay. All right. What do y'all think? Okay, so United Healthcare, we know, made $281 billion in revenue last year as one of the nation's largest health insurers. Now, United Healthcare and its rivals have become frequent targets of criticism from doctors, patients, and lawmakers in recent years for denying claims or complicating access to care. Critics say insurers are increasingly interfering with even routine care, causing delays that can, in some cases, hurt a patient's chances for recovery or even survival. And that, my friend, is why aren't these people going to jail for that? The duty of care, I think, needs to apply to everybody. Like, if I am paying you, you're taking money out of my check every month, out of my salary for me to have insurance. There's a deductible that I need to meet. There's that. I got to make sure that I shop. In some cases, depending on your insurance, they have to be in network, PPO, HMO. Then you have to have your health life savings. What is it? A health savings care. And it's non-taxable, but you got to make sure you spend it in here. And then you got to make sure you do this. Like, this is bringing a lot of trauma for me because, I've had a couple surgeries. And just having to do that and make sure I'm like, damn, I got to do that and I got to pay the rent and I got to do that and I got to balance all of that, right? But anything to survive. In 2017, I had a cancer scare. My thyroid. I had a really crazy growth. You don't see the scar anymore. It actually healed. It's right there. Actually healed. I don't have half of my thyroid. I had to have half of my thyroid removed. And I remember I was 33, 30. I can't even remember. I was in my 30s, okay? And I had just had my middle child. And it was scary, I go in there and then they start feeling and, they're like, well, we can't do a biopsy because of the way that it's growing and it's pushing up against your, throat. And I was having a hard time breathing and then they had to take it out. Yeah. And they thought because of the way it was growing, it was pretty scary. Luckily, thank God that I only have half of my thyroid. I don't have my whole thyroid, but I'm not on any kind of medication or anything like that. One side of my thyroid produces enough, T cells for me to be okay. Thank God, because y'all remember, like, there are people out there that get like thyroid cancer or have to have their thyroid removed, and it affects, you don't know how much your thyroid, especially for women, shout out to our women, your thyroid affect, like, I didn't realize that little butterfly thing, how much it affects your mental health. You are producing your hormones, all that other stuff. And to me, I thought it was something that I did. Maybe it was my diet. It was no, like, sometimes it's genetics. And I caught it on early, thank God. But I remember feeling just so scared having to go through that whole situation and getting that thyroid thing. Like, it's crazy. Can you drop the link really quickly, because employers all across the US is changing our insurance for cost saving measures, which yes. I'm like, what link are you talking about? Hold up, Chico. You have a thyroid disorder and it's a lot. There you go, Chico. It's a lot. Shout out to OG Patrice, welcome, love. Thyroid, that can mess up it messes up your mental health severely. So if for my women, make sure you get your thyroid checked, make sure you get all that checked. So luckily I caught it on early, but because of the growth, people underestimate it. Thank God I had insurance then, but I just remember feeling so flustered by Chico, I just dropped the link, the insurance companies and everything that they do because of it. And having to deal with that. Let me see. Nobody believed me when I told them that there was something wrong and it wasn't my thyroid. They dismissed it. I knew there was something wrong. I had thyroidism. Yes. Hey, Chico, hold up.
Hey,
Let me
love.
get you on. How are you, love?
I'm all right. Can you hear me? Because I'm outside, so I wanted to
I
make
can
sure you can
hear
hear
you.
me.
I can hear you. Everybody can. I can hear you.
Awesome. So the reason why I was asking, because yes, a lot of employers this year, well, it's rolling into next year actually, because there's a lot of people I spoke to about this. Because I was fireball fucking hot. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of employers have, and UHC is included in this, and I know this for a fact because my mother has it. She has it through her employer. A lot of these insurance companies have offered a low cost solution to these employers, and what they have done, some of y'all already may be on this, but I wasn't. Like I was on $25, $50 copay, specialist 50, primary care 25. What a lot of these insurance companies offered employers is, well, you pay 20% of the bill now. Also, what they have done, like if you have to get certain labs, you have to leave the doctor's office. Instead of doing the labs there, you have to go to somewhere like Quest Diagnostics to do the labs
Yeah,
in
that's
order to
another
get it
cost.
done for free. That way, you're not getting charged at the doctor. Otherwise, you're getting charged 100% at the doctor's office.
It's too much.
And they say it's cost effective or cost saving effective for us, but for me, it's not. Actually, I've already done the calculations on it. I'll actually end up spending $3,000 more than what I spent this year, next year. And a lot of employees have went to that because these insurance companies have went to the employer and said, well, we can save y'all money, but we're going to pretend like it saves the employees money. It doesn't. And I know it has happened, like I said, to my mother, because she even told me about it at her. And like I said, she has UHC. And with the conditions that my mother and father has, you're talking about $10,000 to $15,000 extra. So no, UHC is not trying to help nobody save money.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, the employers, yes, but not us. So that's all I really wanted to say. Like I've told y'all my story. Yes, UHC denied my dad while he was in the hospital and said they pretty much tried to get Methodists to put him out and said, well, your breathing levels was fine. You didn't have to be there.
Oh my God.
He literally flatlined on the operating table. And then they came back and said, well, he needs a heart transplant. And then 3 days later, we get a notice in the mail saying, well, he shouldn't have been there. So no, I get it's murder, but at the same time, you got to think about all the victims that have been victims of these insurance companies and what they
You're
have
talking
went
about
through.
the shooter. Do you feel like the shooter was warranted?
I'm not gonna say warranted. I'm not gonna say that, but he may have felt jaded.
Yeah.
He may have felt like you killed my mama or you unalived my dad or whoever.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's right, but at the same time,
It's
you
hard
don't
to
say
feel
that.
empathy for a situation when somebody has probably made a lot of decisions about people's lives and he is like maybe 20 layers removed from that position. So like the way I see it, and I used to say this a lot, it's like you have it's a very top heavy company. You have your CEO and then you have all the people on the bottom, but the CEO is the one that is sitting in these meetings to, with these policies, making decisions, and then it trickles down to everybody else that reviews these claims, that either deny or approve these claims. So even though we want to say, well, he didn't approve these claims, no, but he sat at the table where the decisions were made, and he signed off where the decisions were made. Now, to me, I hear what you're saying. I personally, like I said, for me, if it's me, it's a little bit different, but it's my kids, I'm going to John Q the situation all day, every day.
And I get that. I wholeheartedly get that. If you lose a child or something like that because of insurance companies, because I'll never forget when they sat here and this was a part of treatment, and then all of a sudden they said it was no longer needed. UHC is one of the reasons why chemo kids could no longer get their nausea medications.
Yeah.
Because they said it wasn't needed after chemo. And as somebody who has been through it with my mother, it is absolutely needed after chemo. She was 40 years old when she got struck with cancer. She was sick as a dog as soon as she would leave.
But
crazy. You can tell kids they don't need nausea medication. And of course, doctors started fighting back, and because even doctors is like, that's bullshit,
Yeah.
So it's little stuff like that kind of makes you like, well, so I get it from both sides. I get why folks are saying, well, fuck him. And then I get what people are saying it's murder. Yeah, it is. But what did UHC or any of these insurance companies, because they do have a monopoly on the insurance company sector, which is one business tied to another, tied to another. Y'all know how they do.
Yeah. My thing is that I don't want this to be a shift in the media to make this guy out to be some crazy lunatic that did this. Like, I get that, but we're also missing the message behind that it's like, no, there needs to be changes within continued changes. Everybody wants to put like, well, no, he was just crazy. Like, let's just, and that could very well be the case. I don't know the guy, but then we're not just going to ignore that, right? We're going to do things to enact policies to change the way healthcare works, because it's not working.
No, you're right, because the insurance sector is one of the less overwatched or watched sectors.
Regulated.
Like, they really don't have an oversight committee.
They don't. They
really don't. Compared to other sectors that we have, there's no oversight for them. Not like that.
Nope. No, you're right. You're right.
The only reason why he got caught with the shit he was doing is because somebody snitched on his ass.
Pretty much.
So does that tell y'all how much oversight happens?
No. Oh man, Chico. Well, I appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much for coming up and giving me your thoughts on this. I'm sorry, with your dad and anybody else is dealing with a health insurance situation. It shouldn't be this way. It should never be this way, but it's always been this way, and we have to figure out what to change from this. But
exactly. We just have to figure out that change. But thank you for letting me be up here. I just wanted to say that because that did happen for next year's people that has, that's been employed or whatever. They definitely changed a lot of employers' insurance plans to save money for the companies, not for us. So
yeah.
But y'all have a good day. I appreciate it. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Guys. Well, shout out to Chico. Chico, thank you so much for hitting that link and giving us that information. I think this is an ongoing conversation that we're going to keep having, that we need to talk about. Now, the biggest thing is like the why behind the motive. Like, we want to keep finding out information, and we're going to keep reporting on this. Do you guys think that this guy's going to get caught? And even if he gets caught, what changes are going to happen with the insurance companies if this is really about changing the way in which insurances are being, what the insurance company is doing to people and families, and the destruction with the healthcare system within our own family. And you know, in the US. I'm going to have to let you guys go because I got to go tend to baby bunny. I appreciate you guys giving me your time. Do me a favor and hit that like button and support my channel. It helps that, you know, just a like, share, do what you do, all those good things. You guys tell me your thoughts in the comments. And I appreciate everybody being here for this conversation. You guys could be somewhere else, but you're here. So thank you. And no opinion is bad. I think that we're all human at the end of the day. We want to see something purposeful, right? That's what we want. All right. I will see you guys. You guys have a great one. Bye. Bye, guys.